Pro boxing fans here in Newcastle, the weighing done for the next gen card. Frank Smith, we had a good lengthy interview yesterday, but there's a few things I do want to talk to you about outside this card. Canelo Alvarez, obviously the fight with John Ryder's been announced. Eddie's out there promoting the fight, doing what he does best. Just talk to me about Canelo, obviously coming off an injury. I've been waiting for this announcement for a little while, but he's back and against somebody that we've seen a lot of in this country, against John Ryder.
Yeah, look, been working hard to get the fight over the line. Obviously, great to be going to Guadalajara, 50,000 people at the Akron Stadium. It's going to be something special come May 6th. And respect to John Ryder. You know, a lot of people wouldn't jump into, his home ground and go there and take on the, it's a dream that John Ryder's looked for a long time. I've seen comments from people saying, it's not a hard, not a good enough fight for Canelo Alvarez. John Ryder has come off the back of beating Danny Jacobs last year and then Zach Parker for the WBO mandatory and interim position. There's not many. I don't think there's many names in the 168-pound division that deserve it more than John Ryder, and for what he's given to the sport. And he's going to go out there, and one thing you know about John Ryder, he'll give it his all. He's had some great fights over the years. And look, Canelo's a special talent. But I think we're going to be in for a great fight on May 6th.
There's been a lot of flirting in regards to making that John Ryder-Canelo fight. I've been interviewing John for years, and he's been very stop and start. He's been focused on a Canelo fight, then he said, listen, I don't think it's going to happen, let's focus on something else. Finally, he's got his due, but he's been around a long time. He's, fought in some big fights, like Dan Jacobs' fight being the closest one to us. But how much of a fight is he to deal with? He must be great just to deal with throughout these years.
Yeah, he's brilliant. We've been with John for 9-10 years now. I was saying, I don't know whether I said it with you, but looking back to when he fought Billy Joe Saunders on the Frank Warren show when we lost the purse bid 8-9 years ago, something like that. And you would have thought at that point, look at what John's achieved, But to see where we are today, 9 years later, and the moment, he's going to get the biggest opportunity here, it's quite amazing to see, and happy to, we're really happy that he's got the opportunity, because there's not many fighters who deserve it more than John Ryder.
Obviously, the fighters won't want to talk about any other fight apart from the fight ahead, but I can talk to you about the plan for Canelo Alvarez. Obviously, providing that he beats John Ryder, and it must be difficult because John Ryder's a guy, but a lot of people have him as favourite, Canelo beating John Ryder. What's the plan? What is Canelo saying to you guys? Is he saying, give me that Bivol rematch, or is there something else planned?
No, look, I saw a lot of the interviews he did yesterday. He said the focus is fully set on Bivol after this, at 175 as well. He doesn't want to do it at 168, wants to do it at 175, I've been speaking very often with Vadim, Dimitri's manager, about what's next, and we're working through the plans there. But as you say, fully focused now on May 6th and the John Ryder fight. He never looks past opponents because everyone he's in with is deserves to be in there. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, I think Bivol's definitely the focus. There's a lot of chat about Edgar Berlanga as well moving forward. So let's see on that front. But some big fights to be made.
Just talking about Bivol. Obviously, just give us a little bit in regards to, a lot of people want this big clash against Beterbiev. Are we going to see that? There's obviously talks in regards to Callum Smith and Artur Beterbiev. What's the latest with Bivol?
Yeah, look, Callum's obviously mandatory for Beterbiev for the WBC title. That's been ordered. Purse bids, I think, on April 11th to take place by the end of July, that fight. So that's the fight, obviously, we're looking at for Callum Smith and Beterbiev. We're speaking to Top Rank currently. I think Bivol wants that fight, but at the same time, he's up for the Canelo fight. One thing about Dimitri Bivol, he'll take on any challenge. And I truly believe Dimitri Bivol is up there right now, current day, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, and I think he'll prove that with the next few fights. I think the Beterbiev fight's obviously a very tough fight, if and when it happens. But he definitely wants to take the Canelo test as well again. So we'll see what happens. But we're talking regularly. There's potential of a fight in June for Dimitri. He's out training now, and hopefully some news soon on that front.
Do you know we're looking at Abu Dhabi again?
Possibly the US. We're looking at some other stuff for June 3rd. But like Bivol Beterbiev was a fight we were discussing. There's obviously Ramadan ends at the end of April 22nd, I believe. So Beterbiev, in terms of peak training time, I don't think that was ever. It always is idea to fight that quickly after. But look, let's see. There's lots of things floating around that could all come together over the next few weeks.
Sorry, and in regards to the Callum Smith press bids and everything that needs to be done in regards to that fight, when is that scheduled for? When are we going to expect that fight to happen?
Well, look, we've obviously got conversations ongoing now up until April 11th when the purse bids will be ordered, the purse bids will be on April 11th if we don't do a deal. But we're having good discussions with Top Rank about opportunities and going from there. So hopefully we can get a deal over the line before that. We have a good relationship with Top Rank. We've delivered a lot of fights with them, and then we go from there.
A bit of a weird one. I'm going through sort of social media, and somebody that was supposed to face AJ and made a lot of headlines at that time, Jarrell Miller, is fighting Lucas Brown. And something he said was that he wants to fight AJ again, wants to retire AJ. What do you make of Jarrell Miller?
I think we've been very vocal about the position with Jerrell Miller. I don't think you'll ever see Jerrell Miller fight AJ. He's fighting Lucas Brown, as you say, tomorrow night in Dubai. I think he weighed in 351 pounds or something like that, 155 kilos. Yeah, something mental like that. But yeah, I don't know. He's not really taking it. I don't know how seriously he's taking it. He's sort of been in and out. He's had a few 8-rounders, but he's got to focus on Saturday night.
And final one for myself. One thing we've loved on this channel is the back and forth between Eddie and Simon Jordan. It seems that now, from what I'm reading, is Eddie's going to be joining him in studio in Talksport. Just talk to me about that. What's made that Eddie make that move?
I think there was a discussion, obviously, between the teams to see, if the conversation could happen. We do, as you know, we don't. No one shies away from any interviews around here. I'm sure that it will be very entertaining, and we'll have to score it 10-8 rounds or something like that.
Are you going to be there, Frank? In Eddie's corner?
I'm not going. They'll both run rings around me, so I'm going to stay out of the way.
Frank Smith, always a pleasure talking to yourself, mate. Good luck tomorrow night with the show, and I will speak to you soon. Top man, thank you.